first stage of the Cyber Essentials process is to decide what level of certification you require. There are two levels available, Cyber Essentials and Cyber Essentials Plus.
For Cyber Essentials, organisations complete a self-assessment questionnaire. Within the CREST implementation, an additional vulnerability scan is required to validate this information. For Cyber Essentials Plus, additional controls are examined. This is done by an on-site visit that looks at the desktop build and back-office systems.
Both Cyber Essentials and Cyber Essentials Plus include a security questionnaire which relates to security controls and configuration management. Cyber Essentials Plus differs from Cyber Essentials in that there's a level of technical testing to actually assess how compliant with the process you actually are.
Cyber Essentials Stage 1 is something that your organisation can do without having an expert on site at your office. At Stage 2, it's a more intense assessment and requires you to evidence the findings that you have in Stage 1.
For example, can malicious files enter from the internet through either web traffic or email messages? If malicious content does enter the organisation, how effective are the antivirus and malware protection mechanisms? And should protection mechanisms fail, how likely is it that the organisation itself will be compromised?
Cyber Essentials Plus has been designed for all organisations, but it's especially important for organisations working with the public sector and central government. It's also important for any organisation holding large amounts of sensitive data, particularly financial or that relating to healthcare or patient data.
Whether you choose Cyber Essentials or Cyber Essentials Plus, you'll have to employ a certifying body to carry out the assessment. You can find a certifying body by contacting CREST or one of the other government-approved accrediting bodies. These are APMG, IASME, IRM Security, and QG Management Standards.
CREST is a not-for-profit organisation that collects intelligence from across all security firms in the UK. It promotes best practice, but it also gives the buyer of services assurance that that company follows the CREST framework.
Any organisation procuring Cyber Essential services can be assured that CREST Cyber Essential certifying bodies have the appropriate levels of quality assurance processes, security controls and security assessment methodologies, met additional qualification criteria, proven access to technically competent and qualified staff, and have signed an enforceable code of conduct. All CREST member companies undergo regular and stringent assessment, whilst CREST qualified individuals have to pass rigorous examinations to demonstrate knowledge, skill and competence.
Getting Cyber Essentials certification is a two-part process. The first is a detailed questionnaire that will ask technical questions about your organisation's infrastructure and the way the company manages it. The second part is a series of scans that a company would carry out to verify those answers are correct.
The requirements of Cyber Essentials are relatively easy to implement. What you need to do is to look at the 5 primary areas that are described within the standard and go through those in a systematic way to ensure you have appropriate controls in place.
And the 5 primary areas are boundary firewalls and internet gateways, secure configuration, access control and malware protection, and patch management. You can learn more about each of these in the following modules.